Peace, family. This is your brother, Oh God. Hip hop news uncensored, your number one source for all the latest hip hop news, viral headlines, and breaking stories. News updated daily. Before we get started, I can go right into the description box. You can find a new website, our social media that includes Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and our new website is right in the description box right below this video. Please take the time out to check it out. Okay, let's go to the story. Birdman is apparently being sued, right, for $12 million, and it has to do with failure to pay his loan for his mansion. So, last week, everybody, all the outlets dropped the videos. They talked about, Rick Ross going in on Birdman, and everybody's kind of clowning him, saying, how the hell is you, defaulting on a $12 million loan when done cash big checks? Well, the story is coming by way of the South Florida Business Journal. And what they're alleging is that back in 2015, Birdman took out a loan as collateral, which was probably a second mortgage. And since then, he has not been able to pay that back. What also is in jeopardy is the office space which Birdman uses for his studio, the Criteria recording studios. And they're also saying that the EMG transfer agent filed the foreclosure lawsuit on November the 30th. So this is according to the South Florida Business Journal. And XXL Birdman is being sued. He's having some financial difficulties in paying for that colossal mansion over there. So, for me, what this highlights once again, is bad money management, and just bad money management at the end of the day. I mean, I just can't understand for the life of me when these guys are cashing these type of checks. Why not just go ahead and just purchase this thing, and just worry about your taxes or whatnot. So that's what's coming off the wire with this story, family. Birdman is being sued. The paperwork was filed in Miami. I think it's Dade County, in Florida. So definitely, let me know what y'all think about that, though. You gotta let me know what y'all think about that. Peace to y'all. What's up, man? What's up, everybody in the building? You already know what it is. Really appreciate y'all, man. The year is coming to an end, and I just want to say I appreciate all the real supporters that continue to comment, that continue, to show us love. Also, I want to give a shout out to my man, Big Dream from Dream Chaser Source. I'm gonna bring that brother on real quick. Also, my main man, Sam Ant from Viral Hip Hop News. That brother is doing some huge things over there. I really appreciate, what that brother is definitely doing. Hey, y'all got to make sure that y'all go ahead and follow us on that's what I'm throwing here. Facebook. Go ahead and like our Facebook page. What I'm gonna do right now, if you're listening, you can look right in the chat box right below me. I'm drop our Facebook group right in there. Y'all can go ahead and like the page. It's right there in the box. I just dropped it. But yeah, man, this is crazy. Now a lot of people, Birdman has been accused of owing Lil Wayne over $5 million. There's been a track record, people saying that Birdman, didn't, keep his offer to the people. So, yeah, you got that. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. At the end of the day, how these brothers can continue to find themselves. I remember I one time heard Birdman say that he cashed a check for $100 million. So I see people writing in the chat room. Any business inquiry should be sent to ohgod@hiphopun.com, ohgod@hiphopun.com, and that email is right in the description box right below me. You can see that all business inquiries are sent there. So yeah, there you have it. I figured I wanted to do this real quick. I didn't want to make a video on it, so I figured I'd do a quick video. Not a lot of information. There will be more, as there is to report. So definitely wanted to give a shout out to those people. So if you're serious, Trey Monroe, if you Again, old guy at hiphopun.com. So yeah. Now people talking about peace, Steve. I appreciate that. People doing people wrong and whatnot. You know, it's a lot of allegations out there. I've heard Lil Wayne's lawyer, a lot of people said it, but you know, too is, you know, we see it actually, you know, everything pretty much at this point is just alleged, you know. So yeah, man, we got the, you know, come on, that's crazy. So that is what it is. Any other announcement? Let's see. That's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much all that I have for y'all. You know, look for some big things in the new year to come. You already know how we do over here. We're just gonna keep on pushing, man. It's your brother old guy, hip hop news, uncensored Inc. Have a good one. What up? What up? What up? High Street Parent. Hold up. Paranormal TV. What up? What up? What up? What up? Tamara Johnson. Peace. Okay, so if you're asking once again, Birdman is being sued, I guess, by the foreclosure, whoever you know, holds the loan on the house, the mortgage on the house. You know, High Street. I appreciate that, High Street Paranormal. I appreciate that. You know. Okay, so I'm gonna repeat it again because I see people in the comment section asking. The suit is for a loan that he took out for a mansion. So right now, you know, he's having difficulties paying that loan back for $12 million. You know, and the bank just recently filed paperwork, you know, to try to get that money. It goes to show you, even when I looked at Tyrese's, you know, and that's really the thing, man. It's how we spend our money. We getting it. It's how we spend it. It's how we spend it and who we spend it with. We know about the dollar, how quick it goes out, you know, of the black community. We know about that, right? Cool. I appreciate it. Now, look, Trey, I'm not going to sit up here. I agree with you. I'll be feeling like that. Same with DMX and saying these people just don't want to pay. You know, like when it comes to these taxes and everything, some people just don't want to pay. I understand that. I'm not going to go out and say that he's 100%. You know, this dude is broke. I would never say that, but you know, the facts are the facts. And it's like this at a point. It's a psychological issue because it's like at a point once you get everything you need, you get the house, you get the car, you get all the shit you need. I mean, you should be cool. But I think a lot of people, and we're all guilty of this, right? Is that people are buying, you know, out of pain. They're buying this new stuff, you know, to get a short term, you know, pleasure by buying, and is validating them. All these jewels, these cars, this money. I see these guys walking around with money all the time, these stacks, and I mean, it's like it's good. It'll be good for me just to know that I got millions in the bank. I don't have to carry this shit. You know, I'm not knocking nobody. I'm just keeping it a buck. You know, so yeah, we need more of that, and that's why I salute, you know, what Jay-Z is doing, because we need, you know, more professionals, you know, more examples of good professionals. Now, who was a good example of a good professional? LeBron James. Let's talk about LeBron. Let's talk about how LeBron James, right? Everybody, and my pop was actually telling me this, right? That he took everybody in his circle and he made him a lawyer. He made him, etc. He made this person, etc. And then he put him on a team. Seemed like what I'm doing here. I brought my mom on the team. You know what I mean? I'm proud to say it. My mom right now, my mother is over our website, hiphopun.com. Go check it out. It's in the description. You know? So yeah, it's about just thinking outside the box. I see somebody putting Trump filed bankruptcy how many times. You know why he was able to do that? I ain't gonna tell y'all that. See, some stuff, you know, I've learned to not cast your jewels to swine. Sometimes people got to figure it out for themselves. Yes, sir. Send me an email, Trey. You gotta send me an email, brother. Send me emails right in the description box. You know, we'll go you know, accordingly. You know, so yeah, that's just what it is. That's just what it is at the end of the day. So yeah, businessmen. Another thing we gotta, I think a lot of people, and I see this a lot, I see a lot of breakups in the industry. Jay-Z, Dame, you know, peace, 7 Mile Road. What up? What up? I see a lot of breakups in the industry, and now I'm starting to see why people, you know, you may start off one way, and then it goes another way. You know what I mean? I understand. What up? I don't buy bull. Peace to you. Peace to you. So, you know, a lot of times, right? And I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there with that particular subject. But you know, my thing, I look at it like this. Yeah, if you owe this brother this, if he can prove that he owes this brother the money, you know, go ahead, you know, take him to court and y'all iron it out. You know what I'm saying? If he can't prove it, then it is what it is. So what somebody's putting? I'm still curious on the Forbes hip hop. Anyone know how that really comes about? Well, I think as far I'll get to the Forbes question in a minute. You think he's going to give? Somebody asked, so I think he's going to give Lil Wayne his money. I don't think he will have a choice. I don't think he would have a choice in a matter. Once you're able to factually prove that there wasn't a contract in place, that money is then what a person could do is actually put a lien or a judgment against them. That's what they could do. But if you're in business, there's certain things that you could do, but that's only for us to know. That's only for us to know, and the rest of the people got to figure that out. But you know, that's the thing. As far as with the Trump thing, you got a lot of people complaining about Trump. You know, his new tax bill and whatnot. But this is like chess when we're dealing with the establishment. They make a move, you got to make a move. So, all right, keyboard musician son, let me deal with that. Let me deal with that, because that's very important that you say that. It's very important. That, matter of fact, let me deal with it now. Scratch that thought, right? Contract law. It's very important that people understand and learn contract law, right? And one thing we got to get out of is this brother shit. Because look, I contract right now. I have a you know, our company, Hop Uncensored Incorporated. I have a brother, you know, who runs, along with my mother, runs our website department. And peace to Shakur for following me on Twitter. I appreciate that. So she runs the website department, right? Now, Brian Williams never be broke. He protected his value. I got you. But hold up. One thing we gotta learn is we gotta make sure we gotta learn contract law, and we gotta not take brothers' words for it. And I think a lot of these brothers, they was, you know, just coming out of the hood, they coming out of the ghetto. And a lot of time, I'm not going to say, and I'm going to give you the other side of the spectrum. It could be simple, you know, I look at it like this too. Yeah, he's supposed to pay him every dollar if he said it. But on the contrary, and I heard Mace even say this about Diddy. Look what he did for this dude, man. Manilow, Abe, 610, what up? Look what he did for this dude, man. And this is the thing. You know, sometimes you got to kind of weigh, you know, now you have to weigh, you know, things sometimes. Sometimes you have to actually weigh some things and ask yourself, is it really worth it to go, you know, all the way out like that? You know, so obviously Lil Wayne felt like it was worth it for him to go out, you know, out like that. So Definitely. I'm just trying to answer all the comments in the burning. I'm just trying to answer all the comments. So, you know, excuse me. But the point is clear. I get the point. Whether I'm rambling, all that, the point is clear. That's why we speak in the language of the people, because the people that are listening, they understand exactly what the fuck I'm saying. Make sure you got your shit straight. Make sure that you got your paperwork in order. Make sure. Don't take nobody's word for it. You know, and another thing I have to address is that sometimes you may have a performance problem, right, in a contract where somebody's supposed to perform. Like I said, we get a contract and I have a partner and he's supposed to do XYZ and he doesn't do the XYZ. Then we have a problem with that contract. Now, don't we? That's just like if you're on the job and this is your job. This is what you got to do. You got to do this. You got to pack this many boxes. You don't do it. You got a freaking problem on your hands now, don't you? So you have performance, you know, also. You have performance also. So, yeah, make sure your everything that you in your contracts are in order. Make sure everything is legible and actually read it. I believe it was 51. Keyboard Resistance Son. I believe it was a 51-49 contract. Yeah, I'm not sure of that, but again, once you get to the point where you have to get your lawyers. You have to get, especially in the entertainment industry, it's a cutthroat industry. You have to get your lawyers, your and everything in order. Now, let me speak on this. I know I'm all over the place. Please forgive me, right? Jay-Z, world star hip hop, right? Now, one thing I observed from listening to Jay-Z, Dame Dash, the whole debacle in the split, and even let me talk about world star because there's people saying, you know, I actually interviewed a brother, you know, who has some dealings with world star, and a lot of people, you know, say a lot of things, but what I'm starting to realize and what I'm starting to understand is that it was just a few decisions that was made. Even Vlad TV, right? It was a few decisions that were made, right? At that time when the visionary of the business said, okay, this is where I think this can go. For example, I've been watching some of Vlad's, you know, some of his interviews, you know, because I'm a tactician. I'm a tactician at this. I does this for real, you know. And one thing that I observed him, you know, saying is that you have your different platforms. You have your Breakfast Clubs. You have your This Is 50s, Vlad TVs, Hip Hop News Uncensored, your academics. You have your et cetera, et cetera. Everybody has a certain or specific niche that they do. What his job, what he wanted to do, what he did is when he seen that YouTube was going to be the next big platform, he went corporate. He put the people on the team. Scratch Vlad. Let's go to Jay-Z. Right now, everybody, people don't know. People try to say, "Oh, the snake shit," but everybody, even I think what's his name, Kareem Biggs Burks, will tell you that Rockefeller was already going to be sold. Everybody knew that it was going to be, you know, sold. Everybody knew that Rockefeller. So this was a foregone conclusion. But see, you have to move a certain way, and I think that, you know, is what separated the people who now sit back and complain. Now, some people may have legitimate. Some shit may have happened to them. They may have got shitted. But some people just didn't make the right moves to get in the right position to be where they are now. I see a lot of people complaining about a lot of things. I see it. But the mark, and I'm not saying that people didn't do some shit to get where they were. But one thing I'm seeing is constant in these people is they made the right moves administratively, you know, to get to that position. You know, so yeah. I hope that can help somebody. I hope that conversation. Well, I know that it helps somebody if you know, if you're embarking upon, you know, any type of business or anything like that or contracts. Make sure you get it in writing. If they don't want to put it in writing, then they don't want to do business with you. Make sure they put that shit in writing. And then y'all can go. Y'all can, you know, if there's anything that needs to be said in front of the court, it could be settled. In front of the court. So let me read this comment. They still don't do shit. No, still artists. Honestly, you know, brother Trey, I just think it's gonna be something that's gonna be blown over, and he will do what he got to do. But we do see this, even peace to you, with you know, with another thing is with the taxes. You see a lot of brothers coming under scrutiny for taxes because what they do is they giving you all this lump sum, and they love to pay you. They love to pay you like that, especially if you're a single brother, and they can tax you 40%, which means that if you get 100K, right, at 40% that the government wants, do your research. It's recently been changed, but up until just recently, it's been 40%. So if you got these rappers running around saying, "Oh, you know, I made, you know, 50,000, you know, 50 million," no, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Uncle Sam won a piece of that. Decisions early on. So early on, instead of you're gonna buy your shit early on, instead of fucking the money off, say, okay, this is what I gotta do. I know my taxes is coming up. I know I'm probably gonna need an accountant. I know I'm gonna need an attorney, because this is the shit that you need when you're in the entertainment industry. There's really no way to get around it. Now, always, and this is one of the first steps that I actually took myself. Thank God for my brother Darren Marion, peace to him, who came in and showed me a lot of his expertise and insight. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I think black men lack. I think what we lack is we don't have our business in order. And again, again, performance once again. Don't ever. This is one thing you gotta avoid. Don't bring people in because they're family or because they're friends. Don't do that. Because that's going to end up bad for you. Because what's going to happen is they're going to take advantage of you, and they're not going to perform to the contract, and then they're going to get fucking mad when you split and you part ways with them. I'm going to tell you right now, not all the time, and then it's going to fuck up your relationship. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. And as you see with Birdman and Lil Wayne, as you see. So, okay, so somebody put, oh God, so how World Star Hip Hop get paid to do the people that post videos on World Star get paid? I'm not understanding that question. Brian, cash money. I'm not really understanding that question. If you could rephrase that question, I would appreciate it. His name maybe he's supposed to use the money for business purposes. Right. Thanks, Young Gavo. Making the right moves, you know. And this is what you got. And as a business person, and as a businessman, you have to learn to cut the liabilities. You have to protect your business. Nobody's going to handle your product like you handle your product. Nobody's going to handle your product like you handle your product. You have to protect your business. You have to. You know what I'm saying? So this is just a little bit. And you know, this is from all experience, man. I mean, just being too nice to niggas. Being too nice. Trying to meet everybody, doing so much, and I figure out that what the fuck am I doing all this stuff when this person is not meeting me halfway? What the fuck am I doing? I'm telling this person they got to be there to open up the shop, and they not fucking there. We got an interview at this time, and they not there. Really? Okay. Right? So I'm sharing my experiences with you. So the same thing don't happen. It's great, like LeBron James did. It's great to bring your family on. Shit, I've done it. It's great, you know, to give them an opportunity. But that's all it is an opportunity. And if they fuck off the opportunity, of course you're more lenient with them because they're friends or family. But they can get it too. That's just what it is. Because this is too. What people don't understand is that when it ain't no when you're running a business, man, like this is everything relies on this. This is so you got to treat it like that. You have to protect your asset. No different when you're on a job and shit. You're trying to do shit to protect it, to keep your job because you got family and shit to feed. It's no different than a business. But the problem is you got people that come in, right? You got brothers and sisters that come in to your business, right? And just see the good about it and the good and the money and all that, and not put what you will put into the business. Therefore, your business will go down. So once again, I hope that I've helped, somebody. Let me see, liabilities. Right. And only people who actually ran businesses will be able to understand this. Actually been in the mud, actually, you know what I mean? It's like, and I'm the guy with the biggest heart you can imagine. I mean, I opened a detail shop, man, and I probably had about 15 dudes that I brought in. Like, and I thought I was like, I figured, they was homie and all that. And, it ended up biting me, ended up hitting me real hard, but I've learned from it. And I've learned not to tolerate a motherfucking thing from nobody ever again. Never to tolerate it again. I don't give a fuck. And that's just my stance, So protect what you're saying. Now it's good because it's crazy out here. All right, somebody put Birdman made 20 million this year, according to Forbes. Best would be good. Right. All right. Now let's deal with investment. You see a lot of rappers actually, investing in certain things. This camera's all fucked up. Let me switch it. Hold on. Okay. I'm still here, fam. Hold on. All right, for whatever reason, it's not showing my camera, but I'll continue on. For whatever reason. So yeah, I mean, this is just universal business across the lines of business. But you have people that will cry and fucking complain, about it, But it just is what it is. Now, I'm not saying that this is Lil Wayne or anybody's I'm not saying that it's necessarily his fault at all. But we have to, I always, was taught, there we go, to learn from the mistakes of others. I feel you, I've done shit for motherfuckers like that I didn't really have to do for people and shit that I could have kept for myself. And like they say, no good deed goes unpunished. No good deed goes unpunished. You actually, this is the crazy, I want to give a shout out to my man real quick, right? Viral hip hop, right? Sandman. Now, y'all know his channel. I'm sure y'all know of his channel by now, right? Don't y'all know that I could show you, right? Let me show you something real quick. If I still have it in my phone, right? I hope this brother's listening. I just want to show you something about the power of manifestation, right? Let me see if I still had that. A few months ago, then here we go. This brother, right? $319 subscribers, and this is in August. Now, it's not about none of that. It's not about none of that. I sat down with the brother and I said, "Look, brother, I'm doing, journalism, hip hop, boom. I would like to show, and you seen him on my channel. I was interviewing the brother. He has a lot of good stuff to say. Don't you know that I sat down with this brother and took my time to explain. I poured out into this brother everything that I knew. But you know what the brother did with it? He didn't go fuck it off and complain and bullshit. No, He took what I gave him and he applied every single step of it. And now he is building himself and for his family a successful platform. You know, that's what he's doing. So the reason I'm saying all that to say is that nobody can stop you. Can't nobody stop you. And until we get that attitude, until we know that if we want to materialize something, we can do it, and we can do it. We know we can do it. If we want to see businesses in our community, then go get the business. Why are we just talking about it? Go do it. Go do it. But see, are you? And this is what I always keep telling people. You have a sector of people. You have talkers and you have doers. You have talkers and you have doers. You have the talkers that'll come on YouTube and they'll say all this and they're just really just looking for the attention. And then you have the people that are actually out there that are actually doing it and they never come on YouTube. Find those people. Find them. You know, so I feel like if I share my experiences with people, then you know it can make decisions that they make in the future, even better, because a lot of people may say, oh, I've been, and you're not going to get this a lot. You get this every couple months from me, right? Pour your heart out, into shit, and this is what you get. But it's fine. It's fine at the end of the day. But, with that being said, don't let anybody ever, and this is one other obstacle in closing, make you feel bad for being ambitious, for wanting to have something, for wanting to be outside the box. Don't let anyone, because this is what you'll find. You're trying to set out to do something. You're going to have the people saying, oh, don't do that. Go get a real job. That'll never work. This, that. You feel me? But if you were to listen to them, if people really knew my story, you know what I'm saying? But that's what it is. Don't let nobody hold you back. Don't let nobody tell you can't have it. You know what I mean? Put positive people around you. Think positive thoughts, and whatever you want to be, walk into that. If you want to be, that next business person, if you want to be that next singer, that next rapper, that next lawyer, this is the difference. People that want to be that, you got people who talk about it, and you got people who do it. You got some people, who just going to sit around and say, I want to do this. You got other people say, what? I'm going to do it, and I'm going to take these steps possible to do it. And the next thing you know, you will be in the position that you set out to be in. It's really that simple. The power of materialization. You know what I mean? So with that being said, man, I'm out. I definitely appreciate y'all. Shout out to Viral Hip Hop. My man, Darren, Marion, top SEO, the state of Indiana. Mom Dukes, the whole team of Hip Hop Uncensored. We just gonna keep on pushing, the ball forward, man. We see what it is. And, that is what it is, man. All I could do is just keep moving forward, and continue to build. That's it. So let me check my chat room once again. I haven't been watching it in a few minutes. Okay, here we go. Stay independent. What's good with the sub, though? Oh, you want me to? I'll sub to your channel, bro. I got you right now. Hold on. Just sub to you, Young Gavo. All right. So, yeah. 330. What up, Akron? Akron, Ohio. That man said Goldman should sell his gold toilet. Man. Stay independent and get your own paper. Positivity, baby. And this is the thing, like, one thing I gotta understand is I hear people complaining about, oh, it's this stuff and that. The only time something can affect you is if you let it. Like, I can fucking tune these dudes out. These cats that want to talk shit and stay all this shit, I don't have to watch these dudes. You feel me? These cats that's biting, I don't have to watch these dudes. I could tune these dudes out. That's the thing about YouTube. You don't fucking exist to me, man. These dudes don't exist to me. These dudes that got all this shit to say. You just tune them out and you get in your own zone and you kill shit. That's how you do it. Just tune them out. You only time something can affect you is if you let it. The only time something can affect you is if you let it. That's whatever. So somebody throwing their shit, you know what I mean? They trying to get, you know, they think they doing, don't let it affect you. Just move forward and do you and crush them with success. And success, you know, and I'm gonna say this in a closing, man. Being rich, I think it is overrated to a certain extent. And I just want to say this, you know, yes, money is fine, but you know, the thing that you want to be rich is rich in health. You want to have good health. You want to be rich in family, rich in love. You know what I mean? These things is where it starts at. And every you know, and this is another thing, man. You know, start analyzing the people that are really there for you. Analyze that around you. Like when you, I'm talking about when you really need them. And it took somebody to tell me, like, yo, these other people that you're putting this and that, they're not, like, if something pops off, I'm going to be the one here for you. And at the time, you know, the person that was telling me, I'm like, man, yeah, whatever. But then when you really look at it, if something goes wrong, you know, you're on your deathbed, whatever, who's going to be the people there for you? And those are the people that you pour your all into. And those are the people that you deal with. Real talk. And a lot of times it be the people in your immediate household. You know what I mean? So I hope that y'all can, you know, I don't go in like this as much as I used to because I think it's way more valuable. You know, I'm like a sponge right now to, you know, to take all the information in, to take all of it in, you know, and be very strategic about how I move forward because believe it or not, what you have when you're in the genre that I'm in is what you have is people that will want to poke and pry so they can capture your energy and get you to go in. And then once they got your energy, they got it. So that's something that I almost mastered is, you know, first, you know, materialization and then, you know, mastering, you know, just not deal with the fuck shit to keep it in layman's terms. Not to deal with the fuck shit, to tune it out, to stay focused, to stay positive. You know, so once again, man, you know, I hope that I reach someone out there, because believe it or not, man, it's going to take the mindset of saying, look, nobody can stop us. We can do what we want to do. We want to build banks. We want to build schools. We're going to do it. We're going to find a way to do it. We're going to come up with the way to do it. That's the attitude it's going to take. Not, oh, they're not going to let us. Oh, they're going to do this. Oh, they're going to do that. You're a man. Supposed to be the strongest, most athletic, the smartest, most intellectual man on the earth. There is no excuses anymore. Stand up, man. Stand up. You have a good night, man. It can be hard. You have a good night. Appreciate y'all. There you go. Luis Garcia, man, you only can stop you. Facts. Shout out to Cleveland. You only can stop you. Nobody can stop you. Back to the business, man. I went way over, you know, what I planned on doing. But I really appreciate that. I really appreciate, you know, the people. It's really a core, like, and, you know, a lot of people look at the subscriber count and think that that's the subscriber count don't really mean too much. It's great and all, but you only really got, again, a handful of people that's really going to rock out with you. through thick and thin. Make sure you hold on to those people. Make sure you cherish those people. You know what I mean? And make sure you look and always look, you know, when you're down and when you up. Why? Just look at the people. When you're down and when you up. Who's around? Who comes around? Who's not there? Look at that, man. Yeah, have a good night, man. Hip hop news uncensored. Stop crying and get it done. You can incorporate yourself for under $1,000. Stop crying about Donald Trump and get it done. My man Darren wanted to come on and give everybody the information and say, you know what? Trump did just incorporate yourself. You want to, you know, come on, man. Too many gems over here. I got too many. And only the people that's around me can really appreciate it. Shout out to Viral Hip Hop, man. Keep doing your thing. Keep killing these cats. That's how we gonna do it over here. It's Hip Hop News Uncensored Inc. It ain't just me. There's a team behind me. Best believe. And yo, make sure y'all support the movement because we're moving into position, you know what I mean, to be one of the top hip hop sites in the world. I'm gonna leave it at that. Peace. Support the movement.